Hey, what's up guys? This is iSithKills, and today we got a brand new custom map called Regal American Mall Stadium 12. It's a play on all the Regal cinemas, which is actually I think owned by Edwards Cinemas. But it's an awesome map, definitely hard for solo. So if you're doing this solo, you got to really optimize and get explosive weapons. Is pretty much all I would recommend, especially for these tight lockdowns that you see right here. But anyways, this guide is going to be a full-on guide on how to turn on power, how to turn on or open Pack-a-Punch, and then also all the Easter egg steps, so you can go ahead and complete this pretty awesome map. Let's dive in. This Easter egg for the solo player is incredibly difficult, in my opinion. If you're playing co-op, I believe it'd be obviously a lot easier. There are certain steps in this Easter egg, like the one you're seeing on screen right now, where you can't run, and there's endless zombies spawning, Nova crawlers, dogs, etc. And it's endless. So you're gonna need to have explosive weapons, in my opinion. So keeping your Mustangs and Sallies, getting Jug, Speed Cola, PhD, and Quick Revive, since there's a 4 perk limit, is what I would suggest. Also trying to get another explosive weapon. This map does have the grenade launcher that has 12 in the magazine, and then also a rocket launcher that carries 10 in the magazine. So if you can get those out of the box, it will help you with these steps immensely. Just be careful, because these dogs in this map are extremely powerful. Their health is way more than the usual dog, so just keep that in mind. Sometimes you'll take a couple Mustangs and Sally shots, sometimes you'll take a couple rocket launcher shots, but just kind of be careful. Also, you can get free perks in this map, above and beyond the 4 perks. You can get them from the popcorn piles that are like the origin grave sites. So if you dig them up, you can get free perks, power-ups, weapons, stuff like that. Plus, if you complete a lockdown, you will also get a free perk. So those are some ways that you can get more than the typical 4 perks that it's limited to. Another nice thing is, if you ever wanted to switch perks out, you can always go to the perk machine and remove your perk if you needed to. You have to keep in mind also that you're not going to get Juggernog until you complete this step, which is like step 4 or 5 of the Easter egg, where you have to do the first lockdown. Jug is not going to be available, and you can actually buy it right before the lockdown starts like right now, but you're not going to be able to buy Jug until you until you start this lockdown. First thing you're going to want to do is turn on power, and you're going to have to knife 3 TVs around the map. The first one is that one right next to spawn. The second one is if you go inside theater 1, and if you go ahead and knife this one, that's your second TV. And then if you go down the hallway here and then make this left and knife this TV, all 3 TVs are knifed, and all you need to do is head upstairs, because it opened up this door here, and then make your first left right here and turn on power. Next thing you want to do is open up Pack-a-Punch. How you do that is you need to get 3 premier tickets around the map. The first piece is right left from Mule Kick, and if you go up the stairs where power is, the second ticket is right there laying on the table. Last piece is if you head to the theater that leads into outside, where the box usually spawns first. You want to open this back door here, go through this theater here, and then you want to enter in to this theater, which is a straight along pass from the theater that we entered from, or sorry, exit from, and that's the last piece. After getting the 3 premier tickets, you want to head back into spawn, and you want to interact with this hat, and you're going to go ahead and collect souls. It turns into a soul box. Once you have enough souls, you can go ahead and pick up the customer service key. Once you have enough souls, the hat will start glowing. You can go ahead and pick up the key. Once you have the key, you can go ahead and access this door, which is to Pack-a-Punch. One of the first things you want to do for the Easter egg step is you want to open up the wooden crate, which is right outside next to the box spawn. And all you need to do is hold your interact button until it unlocks. It does take a while, so just make sure that no zombies is by you. This is going to be for a later on step, which turns into a soul box. So feel free to go ahead and fill this up as you do the Easter egg. Step 1, from lobby, you're going to need to clock in for work. What you need to do is interact with this time clock here, which is right next to stamina. Step 2 is you want to head back into spawn, and this takes a second to spawn, but you're going to interact with this counter here as soon as you can, which is usually like maybe a 10 to 15 second delay. Just keep in mind though, once you interact with this thing, whether you have jug or not, you're going to have 1 hit less of health. So if you have jug, you're going to have a 4 hit down. If you have no jug, then it's going to be a 2 hit down. This is also going to spawn dogs, and dogs are super powerful in this map. So just make sure you have a decent weapon, because these dogs could kill you. As you can see, it took 2 shots from an explosive there. So just be careful. And once the dogs spawn, you'll be on to the next step. Step 3, you're going to have to shoot 5 popcorn buckets around the map. The first one's right here. The next one is you want to go down this hallway here. You're going to open up this door, and it's going to be all the way down the hallway there. Next one, you want to head into Theater 6. You want to make your first left, and this one is actually going to be outside the map, right here. Next one, you want to head outside, and you want to head into the next theater, which is right here. And this one's actually going to be out of bounds. I forgot it almost on this run, but you want to head back into the theater, and it's going to be right here. Last and final one is you want to make your left right outside that theater, and it's going to be laid right next to this trash can, and that's the last one. Next, you're going to want to get grave sites digged up, but first you're going to want to grab a shovel. So the minute you shoot that bucket, you want to look around on the ground for any popcorn piles that you can dig up. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grab a broom. There's always a broom right here next to meal kick, so you want to go ahead and grab that. There is multiple locations around the map. That's the one I always grab, so feel free to grab that one. And the popcorn stacks we're looking for is this. You basically got to sweep it up, and you either get a power up or it could be a nuke, so don't forget to step back. I've done that multiple times. Could be a grenade, could be a zombie. Just kind of be careful when you do it. Now, these grave sites could be anywhere, but I'll go through some of the ones I found in my game. There's one that can be right here in this stall. There's another location if you head up to power, and it's like left of Deadshot, like not in this general area here, but more towards this right here, like this computer area. Next spot it could be at is right outside of Theater 5, right before you open up for Jug, of course. It could be right there. It could also be in this little corner right here, and I've actually also seen it right here next to this popcorn pile there. Also seen a location if you head outside and you go straight down this little corridor. It's right by this ladder right here. Another location is if you head into the kitchen, and if you open this corridor here into the concession stand, you can have a location right here. Another possible location is if you head inside where Mule Kick is, and right next to the state table, there would be a dig site. Another dig site could be in the other bathroom. If you head into here, it will be right next to this stall. Another location from the kitchen door that we opened earlier, you head into this bathroom, and it's a dark bathroom. It will be in this corner. Another location is if you come out of this bathroom, and you head into Theater 1 here. That corner could be a spot too, but you head into Theater 1, and it will actually be on the 3rd row here. And yep, it'll be right here. Once you do find your 5th and final location, you're going to hear that Easter egg sound, which means that you got all 5 locations. Now, just keep in mind while you're looking for these piles, sometimes you might have to move around in order for them to spawn. That's the reason why, like, I showed you that location before I even had it there, because I didn't have it before, you know, in my run before I was editing the video. So once you get that, it's gonna actually open up the lockdown for you, which you're gonna have to go to the concession stand. What you want to do for step 5 is you want to head back into the concession stand area to the kitchen, and you want to go all the way back right here and interact with the little circle. It's going to teleport you into a lockdown. Now this lockdown lasts 90 seconds, so be prepared. Make sure you have your pack-a-punch Mustangs and Sallies, maybe another pack-a-punch weapon, but once the 90 seconds have ended, you will have some zombies at the end, so just don't stop killing, but you'll know once the 90 seconds are up. Once the 90 seconds are over, you're going to notice a big bright white flash, and as I said, there's still going to be zombies, so just keep that in mind. Next thing you want to do is head into the concession stand, and you want to grab this cup. Then head back into Theater 5, and you want to go ahead and grab the crystal. That's going to allow you, well, that cup is going to allow you to grab this crystal. Next, you want to make your way outside where the box first spawns, and that box that we opened up earlier, you want to get enough souls in order for us to do the next step here, which is going to be a very hard step if you're doing it on solo. You're going to be guiding this part all the way back to the concession stand. Once you have enough souls and you're ready to go with your Mustangs and Sally papped, maybe even another explosive weapon, trust me, because basically how this works is you need to go all the way to spawn where the concession stand is at this pace. It's very, very fast paced with the, you know, zombies and dogs and Nova crawlers. So I would definitely suggest having explosives for this. It really helped on both my runs, because my first run I didn't complete this. It took my second run and having director's cut in order to actually get everything completed. But on my first run, when I didn't have director's cut, I actually made it all the way to the last boss fight and just kind of messed up. But I just didn't want to run that all out, you know, back again and get the box look and all that stuff. So just decided to run it back for in director's cut so I can get the guide out to you guys. But how it works is you just want to interact with this popcorn stand here, and once you do that, it's going to give you a little interact thing, and it takes a little bit of time, so you're going to need to pick out a good spot. And this is the reason why, like I said, I suggest using explosive for this, because it would be very, very, very difficult to do that without explosives solo. So just kind of plan out accordingly, use your ammo wisely, and you'll get it done. Step 9, you want to head back into spawn and head into the concession stand again, and you're going to interact with this popcorn stand that we just delivered a little crystal thing for. And this is the reason why I'm suggesting explosives. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is a very, very tight area, and it's very easy to die here. Now, just keep in mind, like, you're one hit, you know, less, so 4 hits you're down. So definitely want to have explosives. This lasts 120 seconds. So just, like I said, rocket launchers, grenade launchers, and your Mustangs and Sallies are going to be your best bet for this, especially if you're doing it solo. Once the 120 seconds have ended, just keep in mind you're going to have a, you know, kind of like a group of zombies at the end, even though the lockdown is over. So just kill the last group of zombies. You're going to notice the popcorn explode or pop, you know, like that you just saw. And then you're going to hear that Easter egg sound, signifying this step done. There's going to be a teleporter at spawn, as you can see right here, that you're going to be able to enter into the boss fight. But before we do that, you need to make your way outside, and you're going to notice this radio tower here. What you need to do is shoot it with your pack-a-punch guns. Mustangs and Sallies seems to work fine for this. And what's going to happen, it's going to turn everything dark. Okay, so once everything's dark, this means the last lockdown / boss fight is ready. And just make sure you're completely set up for this. because it's pretty hectic. It's a continuous spawns. Again, it's a pretty small area, but what you need to do is make your way here and interact with the teleporter. Once you spawn in order to activate the boss fight, all you need to do is interact with 3 buttons in this area. The first button is right where you spawn in, right here. Next button is right here in front of the first button. Just make sure you're kind of close to it. And then the last and final button that starts the boss fight is right here. For the boss fight slash final lockdown, it's very, very, very hectic. So just kind of keep running around. You basically need to collect souls, and once you collect enough souls, the little thing in the middle you'll be able to interact with and pick up, and it'll teleport you back to the main map. But like I said, just be very careful here because the spawns are all over the sides. So explosives are going to be your best friend here again. Like right there, I got red some reason. I got red some reason on the corner in less than a split second. So I basically got triple slapped in like a second. So if you're doing this in solo, I would definitely suggest having 2 explosives, your Mustangs and Sallys, and maybe the Stinger. I noticed that's pretty good. For the dogs though, just be careful because it takes sometimes a couple rounds of even the rocket launcher to be able to kill the dogs. So just be careful, and once you have gained enough souls, this lockdown will be over. Once you're done, you'll notice that you'll see a white shining light, and you'll be able to pick up the orb. After it's finished, go ahead and go to like the middle section of the map and pick this up. Once you pick that up, you can go ahead and head to the top platform and you'll be able to teleport. And I think this is some type of tribute to some loved ones. So God bless him and his family. I think he lost a dog and it looks like a kitty maybe. So hopefully all is well with the family. And yeah, so this is the end of the Easter egg, guys. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy this Easter egg, and if you did enjoy the guide, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps me out. And what I'll do also here is I'll leave a link to my first run, which like I said, in the first run I didn't use like director's cut or anything, but I wasn't able to complete the last lockdown. So that's the reason why I wanted to rerun it in director's cut, just so I can get the guide out there as fast as possible for you guys. So yeah, so hopefully you guys did enjoy the guide, and I will catch you guys on the next one.